quadratic graphs are U-shaped. The parent function of a quadratic equation is y equals x squared. It is important to remember what points lie on the parent function of a quadratic graph so that when you need to write an equation for a quadratic graph with the points -1, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1, you will know the equation is y equals x squared. It can be challenging to determine the equation when given the graph. It helps to remember the different forms of a quadratic equation and how each form is represented on the graph. The factored form, where the quadratic is written as the product of two binomials, can be written if you have the x-intercepts on the graph. Given this graph of the quadratic containing the points -3, 0, 0, -9, and 3, 0, write an equation to represent the graph. Since the roots, or x-intercepts, are given, we could write an equation in factored form. Remember, the binomials are going to have the opposite sign as the sign of the x-intercept. The points that represent the x-intercepts can also be written as x equals -3 and x equals 3, respectively. Then, by making the equations equal 0, you will have the factors of the graph. The product of the factors is the factored form of the quadratic graph given. You can also use a form of graphing technology to check your answer. When one of the x-intercepts is the point 0, 0, and the other is -6, 0, the factors can still be found, and the graph can be written in factored form. Just remember, the factor for the intercept x equals 0 is just x. Also, keep in mind that you could use multiplication to write each equation in an equivalent form. The difference with this graph, compared to the others, is it has been reflected so that it opens down. The same process is still used to write it in factored form, since we have both of the x-intercepts. But then to reflect it, you have to multiply the factors by -1.